Imagine the heart-pounding thrill of a single swing that could rewrite baseball history for an entire city. That's exactly what Eugenio Suárez delivered for the Seattle Mariners, bringing them just one victory away from their elusive first World Series appearance. Let's dive into this electrifying moment that has Mariners fans buzzing. On a charged Friday night, Eugenio Suárez stepped up to the batter's box in the bottom of the 8th inning. With the game deadlocked at 2-2 against the Toronto Blue Jays, in a flash, he unleashed the franchise's second-ever grand slam in postseason play, catapulting Seattle to a decisive 6-2 victory. This monumental blast not only sealed the win, but edged the Mariners closer to the World Series than they've ever been in their 48-year history. For newcomers to baseball, a grand slam means bases loaded with runners on first, second, and third. 4 runs scored on 1 hit, which is as dramatic as it gets in the sport. Suárez, reflecting on the magic in a heartfelt post-game interview where he proudly brought along his 2 young daughters, shared, "I've dreamed of moments like this throughout my entire baseball journey." He added, with visible emotion, "Tonight, it all came together, right here at home. With our passionate fans, my wife and my girls watching. This feels incredibly special. It's these personal touches that make sports stories so relatable, reminding us that behind the stats are real people chasing lifelong dreams." But here's where the Mariners' story gets even more compelling and a bit heartbreaking. Flashback to 1995. Seattle stunned the New York Yankees in the American League Division Series, ALDS, a triumph many credit with keeping Major League Baseball alive in the Pacific Northwest city after threats of relocation loomed large. That magical run took them to the AL Championship Series, where they fell just 2 wins short against Cleveland. Fast forward to 2000, and lightning nearly struck again. They were 2 victories from glory, but stumbled against those same Yankees. Today, after decades of near misses, the Mariners stand on the brink, needing only 1 more win to shatter their unwanted distinction as the sole active MLB team never to reach the Fall Classic, the World Series, baseball's ultimate prize. Mariners manager Dan Wilson captured the electric atmosphere perfectly. Following Gino's slam, "I don't think T-Mobile Park has ever roared like that. It brings tears to your eyes just recalling the volume in that instant." He noted, chatting with longtime fans from the 2001 era who agreed they'd never witnessed such deafening support. For those unfamiliar, 2001 was Seattle's record-setting 116-win season, yet they fell short in the playoffs. A reminder of how tantalizingly close this franchise has come before. And this is the part most people miss: the roller coaster ride of that game itself. After the Blue Jays evened the series with 2 straightforward victories in Seattle during Games 3 and 4, wins that had Mariners supporters sweating, Suárez ignited the comeback with a solo home run to left field in the 2nd inning, putting Seattle up 1-0 early. Then, in a nail-biting 4th, catcher Cal Raleigh orchestrated a stunning double play to escape a bases-loaded threat, keeping Toronto scoreless. But the Jays fought back when starter Bryce Miller, who had been solid, was unexpectedly pulled in the 5th. George Springer's 2-out double scored Addison Barger to knot the score at 1-1, and in the 6th, Ernie Clement's timely single brought home Alejandro Kirk, giving Toronto a 2-1 edge. By the 8th, Seattle teetered on the edge of needing to sweep both remaining games in hostile territory up north. Enter the spark. Raleigh crushed a towering fly ball to left that seemed to defy gravity, lingering in the air for a full 6.7 seconds before trickling over the fence to tie it at 2-2. Wilson chuckled post-game. It was like Cal's hit floated up there for an eternity. This was no ordinary homer, Raleigh's 4th of the postseason and 64th of the year, including regular season, tied him with Aaron Judge's 2022 mark for the most in a single American League season. To put it in perspective for beginners, That's elite power-hitting territory, especially under playoff pressure. Remarkably, it marked Seattle's first game-tying or go-ahead homer in the 8th inning or later of a postseason contest since Brett Boone's heroics in Game 4 of the 2001 ALCS. A 24-year drought finally broken. Fans who'd waited patiently for such postseason drama got an encore treat mere moments later. Suárez's grand slam provided an unassailable cushion, transforming potential despair into jubilation. Now leading the series 3-2, the Mariners head back to Toronto for Game 6 on Sunday night, where the stakes couldn't be higher. Now, let's stir the pot a bit. Is Suárez's blast the turning point that finally propels Seattle to glory, or just another tease in their long saga of heartbreak? Some fans argue the Mariners' front office has underinvested in talent for years, prolonging this drought, while optimists see this as destiny unfolding. What do you think? Can Seattle finally break through, or will Toronto send them packing? Drop your hot takes in the comments. Agree, disagree, or share your bold prediction for the series.